We've got ourselves a series with the Devils and Rangers, so we're bringing in James Nichols, who covers the Devils for the fourth period, to break down last night and this now tied at 2 series. Playoff hockey just keeps getting better and better each year, James. Thanks for joining us. I want to get your thoughts on last night's game and the rest of this series, because it seems like when you play away from your home ice in this series, then you're going to get a W. So what were your takeaways from the Devils win last night? And were you surprised that they've tied this series up?
Yeah, I mean, coming into last night, it felt like the Devils had, a good amount of momentum on their side. So, one of the things that the Devils have been saying that they need to do was get better with their starts, and they got off to a fast one last night. Jonas Siegenthaler saved the goal in his own end, swiping the puck away from, the crease that it was just sitting there. Kira Schmid had kind of left it sitting there. He saved the goal, and the puck happened to just land on Jack Hughes' stick, and he made a really good move to beat Shesterkin and give the Devils a 1-0 lead. So both Jack Hughes and Lindy Ruff commented on the Devils' lack of strong starts recently. So it was important that they got on the board first, and they had the Rangers chasing them rather than the Devils chasing the Rangers. So it was good for them to be in the driver's seat for sure to start the game. And then, the second one for me was they played really well defensively. Again, Jonas Siegenthaler was a healthy scratch in game 2. And he showed last night why he didn't want to come out of the lineup moving forward. Not only did he have 2 points, including the game-winning goal, but him and the rest of the Devils defense did really well, limiting the Rangers' chances to low-danger perimeter shots, which was a huge help for rookie goaltender Akira Schmid. So, and lastly, speaking of Schmid, the calm and quality goaltending he's provided, it's been remarkable. He's just 22 years old, and to look as calm as he does in his first NHL postseason, it really is. It's amazing to see. He hasn't yet had to make any huge saves to bail the Devils out of trouble, but he's made the necessary consistent saves that the Devils need. And so, with the Devils being such a good puck management team, possessing the puck so well, the rest of the game will take care of itself as long as they have the quality goaltending. So, am I surprised they tied the series? Not really, just because when you look at it, they were the NHL's 3rd best team this season. They had 52. They won 52 games, so they're a really good team. And now that they got rid of the jitters for being back in the postseason for the first time in 5 seasons now, they're a dangerous team to play against.
Well, let's keep talking about Schmid, because I want to know, how much credit do you give to him for these back-to-back wins? And do you think that this can be sustainable for the rest of the series?
Yeah, he deserves a ton of credit. Again, like I said, just the calm and collectiveness in the crease. As good as Vitek Vanacek has been, he's allowed some goals that he'd probably look at, and after he sees them, he'll probably tell himself, I should have made that save. So Schmid is providing that consistent and quality goaltending at just 22 years old and just 24 games of NHL experience. So, again, he hasn't made a ton of saves that you sit there and you say, wow, he really bailed the Devils out of this one. But he's just been so consistent. And I think the fact that he looks so calm in the crease has given the Devils in front of him a sense of confidence. Like, okay, we'll play well for you as long as you play well for us. And they've certainly fed off of each other and reciprocated their efforts. So, Schmid deserves a ton of credit. And again, I can't say it enough. At just 22 years old to be doing this, just 24 games of NHL experience prior to the playoffs, it's remarkable.
All right, the series is tied up at 2, really fast. Who has the most pressure on them to win it?
Yeah, it's hard to pick who's a favorite right now. I guess I would say there's more pressure for the Rangers to win, just because of the fact that they got so deep in the postseason last year, and they're probably looking to do the same thing again. This is just the Devils' first postseason in 5 years, so they're getting that experience for some of their core guys like Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier. But it's hard to pick who is a favorite right now. As good as the Devils have been, the Rangers still win the goaltending matchup, and you could probably just wash what the forwards and the defensive groups bring, right? They're probably equal on both forward and defense. So the Devils appear to have all the momentum right now, but you can't deny the Rangers have the more coherent power play and better goaltending. So it's real close.
Game 5 goes down 7:30 p.m. at The Rock on Thursday. It's going to be a great one. James, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.